And welcome back to the final segment of this morning's show. And we're joined on set by none other than Peter Lacey Jr. As we mentioned, we're going to be discussing the Growing the Future projects. It's summertime, and I know in a few weeks, I wouldn't even say in a few weeks, I'd say within a week or so.
Yeah.
A lot of primary school children are going to be out for the summer vacation, and of course, we would want them to do something productive and constructive with their, 2 months is it?
Yeah.
Somewhere thereabout. We want them to do something proper and something fun with their time. So we're encouraging them to be a part of this summer camp movement. That being said, good morning, Mr. Lacey.
Good morning,
And
Sam.
let's begin by talking all about Growing the Future.
Yes, Growing the Future projects, we started that up in 2007. And we've been operating before that, but we started up in 2007 when we started sponsor a child tutoring program. We wanted to do more than just summer classes, so we started an after-school program, and that program that year in 2007 assisted about 141 kids, and then you can add in the 41 tutors that were high school students that we got one-year scholarships that was granted by the Ministry of Education. At that time, but since then we've kind of merged back into what we've been doing since 2004, and we've successfully, more than likely, grown into the second largest summer program in the country. I'm going for number one, but everything takes time, right? So
Tell us a little bit about the programs that are offered at the summer camp.
Our summer program has always been a bridge to take the student from one school year that they're being promoted to the other school year.
Okay.
But we all know that a lot of kids are being pushed through the system. So we need to, the curriculum is not tailored until the child arrives at the summer program. We know exactly what we want to cover, but we do an assessment. And then in that assessment, we will know, okay, is the child ready for the schoolwork that they're being promoted to, or do we need to brush up on their other skills? Because what teachers face is that they have an allotted time for revision in September, but because everybody comes back, as you said, 2 months, rusty, basically, they tend to spend more time to have to catch up on on previous knowledge, and then have the pressure on trying to put together a 9-month curriculum, sometimes in 7-8 months. So there's a lot of pressure on teachers, and our programs with kids that have come to our program, we relieve a lot of that pressure off of teachers.
And I can imagine you need quite the team to be able to support the kind of programs. Tell us about the teachers that are involved and what subjects they are involved in.
So what we offer is reading and math. That's core. And then as we move along, we do language arts. At the standard 3 level, we do BJAT and preparation, and then moving up into 5, going into 6, we do PSC preparation. So, but our support staff is what gets everything going.
Definitely.
A lot of our teachers are not volunteers; they're trained teachers that are already in the system, and then we have to ask them to sacrifice even more of their summer to come and assist us. And thankfully we've had teachers throughout the years that have been with us for quite some time. Every time that we go to a new era, we have to identify new teachers. But we've been lucky, and blessed that we've been able to find good teachers that have been able to facilitate the program. As everybody knows, I cannot be at every single program. I drop in, and I have different coordinators that supervise the programs, but realistically we cannot do it on our own.
How challenging has that been? I mean, listening to you, it would seem as if though you're operating more from an organizational perspective, and then you have people on the ground who are actually executing.
Yes.
What has been some of the challenges that you have faced in so doing?
Speed. Everything is speed. Like for example, when we do San Pedro, if I'm on the boat, it takes an hour and a half. If I'm on a plane, it takes 20 minutes. So we have to coordinate with a lot of different sponsors to to get passes and to get coordinate the different things so we can be there.
Yeah.
As in the past, when I did the San Pedro program, we tried starting at 10 o'clock, you know, which is more feasible for San Pedro people anyways, right? Because they want to get up at 10 o'clock. But I was like, no, the program has to start just like any other program throughout the country at 8 o'clock. So how is going to do that? We have to fly, and we've had support from both of the airlines throughout the years as well, right? But everything is speed, and of course you need effective leaders that we appoint as our head teachers that can be there and have the oversight, the everyday oversight for us. So when we drop in, it's just basically to you know, if there's any materials that needs to be brought in that run out or we didn't get in time, you know. So that is basically what our coordination standpoint is. Our head teachers report to us what is needed for the program to run effectively for the duration of the program.
Now, the program sounds like a really well-oiled machine, and I can imagine that you started it because you saw a gap. So tell us about why, where that gap you identified came from, and also the networking process, how you linked up with the teachers involved and your support staff.
I'm sure you speak of this gap, but we used to work on that gap together,
Yeah.
all the way back at YWCA. Yeah. You know, what I think both of us were 15 years old
Yeah,
at the
we
time.
were.
I always come on television, I speak of YWCA, but it's good when you see another volunteer sitting right across from you, you know.
Yeah.
So we've been working, well, we worked together many moons ago. I'm not saying that we're old or anything, but we were really young when we started out.
Yeah.
And it's that experience of knowing what to do and what not to do to make the program successful that we've been able to do. And of course, you need sponsors.
Yeah.
And we've been able to network. Something, it's not a simple venture, but when somebody hears that summer program, they're like, okay, it doesn't sound like much.
Yeah.
But when you start to network and you start to say, okay, we want to put X amount of students into a program, you need sponsors. And that is what we've been able to do. We've had Belize Bank, Atlantic Bank, Smart. We like I can name countless people. We have the electric companies, the utility companies. So a lot of them have come on board. You know, down south for Dangriga, we have CPBL, Fifes. We have had Citrus Growers Association, big quick group of companies. We've had a lot of people that have bought into what we are trying to bring every year for our kids, and that is the goal that we've been able to you know, to accomplish, and it's not done without their help.
Definitely.
Speaking of kids, who's the little man that you have with you this
Yes.
morning?
This is my son, Jared. You could speak a little bit. Yeah.
Tell us your name, honey.
Jared,
Jared. And how old are you?
6 years old.
You're 6 years old, and you've been a part of. Do you go to the summer program?
Yes.
Tell us about what you like about the program.
I like about the program that it is fun and I can learn it through the summer.
It's fun, and you learn things. Do you meet friends?
Yes, I make friends.
Okay. And what are some of the things that you and your friends learn?
To draw better,
To draw better. Nice.
read better, and listen better.
Wow, that's amazing. And what class are you in?
Infant 2.
Wow. So you're looking forward to the program this summer?
Yes,
Excited.
the Belmont Summer program is at his school. What school you go to, Jared?
United Evergreen Primary School.
Okay.
Okay, so definitely, you know, Belmont, we had the program a few years ago, and then, you know, we try to rotate different areas, because
Yeah.
as I said, eventually the goal is to go from Corozal to a PG. But realistically, we need to take our time, so we have to try it out 1 year. And so while we're moving and moving parts and pieces, we have sometimes we might say, okay, we'll do this one this year and move along. But the main core of programs has always been Belize, which will be the 14th program. San Ignacio took over. When San Ignacio came on board, I think it's 2014, they skyrocketed to number one in terms of attendance. And the support has been really overwhelming out there. Dangriga, we've had a very good turnout the last couple of years, and this will be the third year in Dangriga as well. And then this will be the second program in Belmopan. So.
Sounds good. So what are some of the things you're looking forward to for this year?
Well, as I said, continue maintaining that bridge for our students. In addition to the academics, we do sports as well, because kids need a balance.
Yeah.
And our program has always been a small bite size out of their day. So it's definitely to keep them sharp, to keep them active. It's easy to just turn into a couch potato and stay on the on the television, right? But we do day trips. We apart from what he said about meeting new friends and so forth, it's one big melting pot, because it's not the same kids from your school. It's all schools coming together into one program.
Okay, so we're just about wrapping up the conversation now, but we definitely want people to be able to find you and know where they could have their kids go and attend the program. So tell us about that. Okay,
well, the cost of the program is $65 for infant 1 to standard 4, and that is 30 contact hours. And then for standard 5 and 6 is $75. It's 45 contact hours. So in 3 weeks, we have a lot to uncover. We have a registration fee this year of $15. We just wanted to consolidate everything as much as possible. The program is on the 10th of July to the 28th. We all know our teachers had to take some time off, and they're making up that time next week. So our program starts on the 10th of July, but our registrations would operate just like if we were going to start next week, Monday. So our registration in Belize City is at IT Vet, which is the venue. That will be on Friday, June 30th, and Saturday, July 1st. The Friday is 9 to 5, Saturday is 9 to 1. Belmopan will be on Thursday at United Evergreen from 9 to 5. St. Andrew's Anglican School is for the venue for San Ignacio, and the registration is from 9 to 5 on Friday, June 30th. And Dangriga is also Friday, June 30th, 9 to 5 at Sacred Heart RC School. We've completed probably 99% of the schools. We just have probably 1 or 2 that we sort of missed. Because, as I said, I am the main person that does the full countrywide tour, right? So we still have like St. Luke, parents from St. Luke Methodist, a couple of the preschools that we ended up missing. We can definitely get to you. If not, you see us on television, definitely get out to the registration.
And tell us about your social media details, where people can find more information about Growing the Future.
They can definitely reach me at Growing the Future Projects on Facebook. Then definitely click like, and I've had a lot of parents reach out to me. Of course, we have our own personal Facebook, social media as well. And the numbers that they can contact us for more information.
The numbers are 6649217620669.
Want to repeat that a little bit louder? One more time.
6649217620669.
All right. Thank you, Jared.
All right.
So thank you so much for being here, Peter and Jared, telling us about all this amazing summer program. I know that the kids are really looking forward to it, so we wish you all the best.
Yes, thank you very much for having me, Jamie. I understand. So
Thank you.
Thank you too.
All right, we are going to go to a break, and when we come back, it's to have our wrap-up.